So today I am going to be doing sort of a car vlog type thing. I'm actually on my way down to my parents' house to spend some time with my sister, so I figured I'd just go ahead and knock this video out on the way down there. So this is my first official video. I recorded a little mini trailer, I think it was like 2 minutes long, just kind of giving a bit of an overview as far as the purpose of this channel and the type of content that you can expect to see. But in today's video, I'm going to be giving a little bit more detail about that, and then a little bit of information about myself and the type of person that I am and the type of person that I am striving to become. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first question is, what made you want to start this YouTube channel? And I kind of answered this question a little bit in the trailer video that I did. If you want to watch that, you can. It's not, I just did it to have something to put up. But anyways, the reason why I started this YouTube channel is because I don't know how long ago, maybe like a couple of months ago, I started uploading weekly videos on Instagram through like live. Like I would go live every Monday and I would talk about different topics and things of that nature, and I called it Monday Motivations. But after a while I realized, like, you can only reach so many people through Instagram and going live, because once you go live, if you put it up on your page, it's only up there for like 24 hours. So I wasn't being effective in the goal that I was trying to accomplish through those videos. So I figured, why not just upload it to YouTube? Anybody can access it whenever they want, you know, and it would be easier that way. So that's one reason. But I guess if I were to give like a more in-depth answer, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have something to say. I feel like God has given me something to say, and I feel like it's gonna be beneficial for at least one person. Like, I'm not out here chasing no clout or money or trying to get like famous, YouTube famous, and I know, like, I have just been like, I don't know, like, I just feel like God has really been dealing with me about walking in the things that he's given me to do and he's told me to do. So I'm just being obedient, bottom line. I started this channel out of obedience to what I felt God had put in me, has placed in me to share with those who need to hear it or see it or whatever the case may be. Okay, so the next question is, have you ever struggled with low self-esteem, and how did you overcome it? I have basically struggled with low self-esteem my entire life. I'm 22 years old now, and even still, every once in a while, like, I struggle with it. So basically, I recall struggling with low self-esteem, like, even back in elementary school. Like, I can remember being made fun of because my nose was big. I can remember being made fun of because my head was big, because my lips were big, all that. So my mother would like tell me all the time about how pretty I was. She would like mention how pretty my smile was, and I never liked my smile. I struggle. Yes, I've struggled with low self-esteem, bottom line. As far as overcoming it is concerned, like I said, I still deal with it, but the way that I combat battling with low self-esteem is by reminding myself what God says about me, reminding myself what God thinks about me, how he feels about me, because it's just reassuring for me. It's the truth. Knowing what he says about me is the truth. I think a lot of times we can get caught up in like what society says we should be, what society says we should look like, how society says we should carry ourselves, and it can be overwhelming, especially if you don't fall into the requirements that, you know, people around you place on you. So I think realizing the fact that I am who God created me to be and who He created me to be is enough. Like, I don't have to be anybody else. I don't have to be like anybody else. But the only way that I can know what God says about me and how God feels about me is if I actually have a relationship with Him. And so that's how I combat it, by really diving into reading my Bible, diving into having prayer time with God, spending time with God, hearing from God, listening to God, not listening to what outsiders might say, what the opinions of others are, not so much focusing on that, but focusing on, you know, like I said, the promises of God, what He says about me, what He says I can have, what He says I can be. So that is the most significant change that I have seen in my life, is through those things. So this question says, if you could talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you say? Goodness. If I could say something to a 13-year-old me or a 15-year-old me, 16, 18, my teenage self, I would say that it gets better. My teenage years were probably some of the worst years of my life. And I literally, like, you talk about depression, like, I was over it. I was ready to end it all. I was suicidal. I mean, it was rough, because I was just so, like, overwhelmed and just like overcome with what I was dealing with at the time, that I just felt like this was it. Like, there is no happiness, there is no light, there is no coming out of this. And those were all lies. They were all lies. There is hope, there is light, there is happiness at the end of it all. I would tell myself that I matter, because for a long time, and even up until probably like a couple of months ago, I struggled with feeling like I just did not deserve to be happy. And so I had a habit of self-destructing every time I even got close to like something that even looked like happiness. It would just be like, nope, let me do something stupid to ruin it all and make sure that I'm going to be sad and depressed and down and all that. Like, I would tell myself that I matter, that I deserve to be happy, and that the things that I was dealing with at that time, it was only temporary. Like, it wasn't going to be what my life would look like if I didn't want it to be. If I wanted happiness, if I wanted joy, if I wanted peace, if I wanted prosperity, if I wanted all of those things, I could have it. So those are the main things that I would tell a younger version of me. Okay, so we are finally to the last question. This question is, what is the vision for this channel and how often will you upload? So I'll answer the second part of that question first. It is my desire. It's my desire to upload weekly. I'm not a preacher or like anything like that. I simply want to motivate people to be the best versions of themselves possible. And that's why the name of this channel is like, Be Your Best You. Because I feel like a lot of us just go through life just chugging along, just the bare minimum, just, surviving. And the scripture says that Jesus came and He died so that we could have life and that we could have it more abundantly. Not just, and a lot of us are out here just living. We're not living the abundant life that Jesus came and died for. So that is the vision for this channel, is to motivate people and to inspire people and to let people know that, no, like, you are destined for greatness. You are not, just here for mediocrity. Is that the word? I think that's the word. Like, just, sliding through and just doing the bare minimum, getting through life. No, there's so much more out there. There's so much more that you possess. There's so much more potential in you that you can unlock, that you can tap into. So that is the purpose of this channel. That is my goal. That is what I strive to do with these videos that I'm going to be uploading. And like I said, it is my desire upload every week, so I hope that y'all are patient with me if, you know, I miss a week or two. But no, I am going to put forth my best effort to make sure that I upload a video once a week. They probably won't be super long videos, maybe like 7 to 9 minutes long, but it is my goal to do that once a week. Just have something up to, like I said, inspire and motivate people to be the best versions of themselves, because that's how God made you. God made you great. He made you in his image. Jesus says, great works have I done, but greater works will you do. So that is the vision for this. All right, y'all, so that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you that did and made it all the way to the end of this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment down below if there's a specific topic that you would like to see covered in the upcoming videos. Look at her back there, sweet. She's so cute. But yeah, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend, share this video, share this channel, all of that. I appreciate y'all's love and y'all's support. I hope that you get something out of these videos. I hope that you are inspired. I hope that you are motivated to be the best versions of yourself.